When I was younger and single, trying to get the courage to meet women, I came up with the strategy that helped. Restaurant owner energy. You know how a restaurant owner confidently walks around to the tables just asking people how they're doing, like it's their job to say hey. And it continued on, but I didn't copy that part.
Dude, it was like, because I used to host these conferences, and like I would just walk around and be like, hey, how are you? How are you? And I noticed that like people would like open up, like their circle would like turn towards me, and I'm like, hey, you having a good time? All right, great. Well, thanks for letting me know if you like, like that type of vibe. It's like the easiest thing ever. You know what I mean? It's so like I remember like experiencing that, and I remember I worked at a waiter when I was a kid, as a busboy as a kid, and I remember like the restaurant owner would do that, and like people would like turn, and it's like, he could have just been like the manager. Who knows if he's just a guy, and he just kind of like, but he's just got this vibe, and yeah, like it totally works. So I remember doing that. I would do that at bars with girls or at restaurants. I wouldn't act like I was the owner, but I would just like think about like how would this person act right now.
Well, talk about the introduction to your wife, how you guys met.
Yeah. We were at a bar. It was not like a bar. It was like a happy hour thing for a friend who was like going away party or something. And I saw her walk in, and I was with my friend Lily. I go, Lily, that girl was really cute. I'm not letting her leave without talking to me. Like I'm gonna say something to her. And Lily was like, what are you gonna say? I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. And like right as I was saying that, she was walking by, and I was like, hey, what's the difference between a chickpea and a lentil? She looked at me funny. I go, I don't pay $500 to have a lentil on my face. And she was like in shock. And I was like, yeah, classic hummus joke. Am I right? And she just like started laughing. And I was like, hey, I'm Sam. Nice to meet you. And we were like seriously dating 5 days after that.
Really? 5 days?
Yeah, we moved fast. I mean, we dated for 5 years before we got married. But yeah, it was like hot and heavy early on.
Wow. That's crazy. And circling back to the talking to strangers, you had no problem doing that in that situation.
Yeah, because I wanted something. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was easy. Talking to girls has always been easy. But like, maybe I just got soft once I got married. I'm like, Sarah, will you go ask that guy where the chicken is? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that was always fun. Because I read that book, The Game, just like every other like 15-year-old.
Neil Strauss.
Yeah, once I like read that book, I was like, oh, that's how. Here's a magic trick that I could do in front of a girl. You know what I mean? That helped. But
did you go heavy into the game when you were a kid?
Not really. I was just like a normal, awkward person, and I was like, how do I make girls like me? And it was fun to like read about like other nerds. It was inspirational. So yeah, I mean, it worked. I used some of those stupid lines on my wife, and it worked out.
Dude.